So just got to the hotel room in Lincoln, New Hampshire. Decided to do this one a little bit different this time because we have a really early start time and I live about 2.5 hours away. So getting up at 2 a.m. to be out here for 4:30 or 5 a.m. start time is just really not feasible for me. So decided to come out here and stay overnight, getting up early to do the Zealand Bond Traverse tomorrow. So we're gonna get a car spot over at Lincoln Woods and then drive on over to Zealand Road and start the trek from there. Come up over Zealand, try to get to West Bond, Bondcliff, Bond, and then make our way out that sort of long walk out of Lincoln Woods. So it's going to be cold tomorrow. It's looking at up top, the feel is going to be about 12 degrees. So I switched over to my winter pack, got all my winter gear just to be super safe. And once we get out there, I guess I'll really know sort of what I'm looking at, but I got everything just in case I need it. This one's supposed to be some of the best views. The weather is looking pretty good tomorrow, so feeling pretty good about this one. It is going to be about 19 to 20 miles in length, but as long as we sort of maintain a good pace, I think we'll be all right. This might be tough to see me, but we just got to Zealand Trail, so we're going to head up towards Zealand Hut now and get the day started. Just leaving Zealand Hut now. Gonna start making our way up towards Zealand. So we came up on Zeacliff. It's just a really short walk on your way up to Zealand, so make sure you don't miss that really beautiful view looking over at Carrigan. Can see some of the bonds off to the right, not sure which one, but from here we're going to head on up to Zealand. Up on Zealand Summit now. Zeacliff is probably the best view. You can try walking out here a little ways, see if you can see anything, but looks like Gale Head, Owl's Head, all those ones where you go up without a view. So up here on Guyot now, gonna put a shell on and probably put some micro spikes the rest of the way just to be safe. Both, which are synthetic by the way, if you haven't checked the channel out before. I try to be as cruelty free and as synthetic as I can with all my hiking gear. So headed over in that direction towards Mount Bond. Probably gonna stop somewhere and grab some lunch along the way. But it's really looking like there's going to be some spectacular views out here today. I mean, that's really beautiful out there. Definitely happy to be getting back in the cover of trees for a little while. That wind is whipping pretty good. This is that 12-degree weather I was mentioning. Had to put the shell on. Definitely don't want to be out here exposed all day, so trying to move a little bit quicker. Hopefully once we get back in the trees I won't have to deal with it as much. So coming down off West Bond, you get a really good view across the way where we're headed. Be over there momentarily. Made it to Bond. Just got a trek left coming over here going up to Bondcliff. So I'm gonna head down and back up. That's the one last big push. I think about 9 miles up to this point. So still get about 10 miles to get out of here. But the view up here is just absolutely awesome today with the clouds so close. I feel like I can almost reach out and just grab them. Really great 360 views up here. Can see almost everything except for Washington. Washington is covered. So I'm gonna finish up some lunch and head out. So just finishing up on Bondcliff now. Gonna eat a quick snack and then get ready for the long trek out of here. So still looking at about 8 miles out the Lincoln Woods. So it won't take a lot of footage as I finish this up, just because it's going to be a lot of old railroad track once I get down to the bottom. But I will definitely sum this up towards the end. So the rocks are mostly gone, which I was super pumped about because my feet were starting to take a beating. I have great shoes, but just after miles and miles, it gets a little rough. But then you get 2 miles of all these roots that are hidden under the leaves. This is almost just as bad as the rocks. So that's the thing about the White Mountains, the terrain is there's just always something to keep you on your toes. I mean, I guess it's, you pay your dues to be out here, and that's part of it. But my feet feel like a couple beaten pieces of tofu right now. Take a couple shots of some of the old railroad that was here. So finally got off Bondcliff Trail. It's got like 5 miles now of just old railroad that I'll be walking along till I'm back to the car. So I'll get some railroad shots in here from time to time. It's sort of cool. Not fun to walk over though. So back to the split for Franconia Brook Trail. That's the way you go to do Owl's Head, or you take the Black Pond cutoff. It's a little further up. Did that hike a couple weeks ago, so if you haven't check that one out. Make sure you give it a look. So that means I got about a little over 3 miles before I'm back at this point. So really looking forward to getting back to the house and taking a shower, that's for sure. But, I'll go ahead and finish this one up here shortly. I'm going to go ahead and close this one out now. Coming to the end of the Zealand Bond Traverse. It's going to be over 19 miles. I don't know the exact distance yet, but I'll put that down in the description as I always do. I think a little over 4,000 feet of elevation. Most of the elevation comes in the first 7 or 8 miles. So after that, you're sort of just going downhill all the way down to Lincoln Woods. And then you have that 5 mile out, which I will say, I don't think it was physically tough for me. I think more mentally, just trying to do a little walking meditation and keep a good pace, but my legs are fighting back a little bit at this point. So that's definitely not a hike for a beginner. You're definitely gonna be in some form of hiking condition to come out and do that. I sort of worked my way up to this hike. I did Owl's Head a few weeks ago, and then before that, or Owl's Head last week, I can't remember now, but a few weeks before that I was up in Maine and did a 2-day trek that was around 24 to 25 miles. If you haven't checked those videos out, please do. They are uploaded. So if you choose to come out and give it a go, just take your time. It is a long day. You're looking at anywhere from 8 to 12 hours. But I wish you the best of luck. Thanks for checking in, and as always, until next time. It's a cruel game at this point.